how does the leading coefficient affect the graph? So in this case here, I said the leading coefficient is positive, and it gives us this kind of positive slope. Okay, but that only works for odd powers. Okay, so what about even powers? What do we know about the leading coefficient being positive for even powers? Well, if it's even for a quadratic, what we can say that is that it opens up. Okay, so I don't know exactly what the roots are, but we know that this is going to open in this direction. Okay, if it was negative, so if we had negative 2x squared plus dot 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 dot, okay, this graph, maybe I'll just do this one in an example in a different color. If I had negative 2x squared, y equals negative 2x squared dot 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 dot, we would have an upside down parabola. Now this property essentially just holds true for all even. So if it's even with a degree 4, it's going to open up. Okay, so it's going to open like that. If it's negative and even power, it's going to open down. We should draw that a little bit better, but we have our 4th degree polynomial. It's going to look like this. Okay, so this is a negative leading coefficient. Okay, so we have negative here, whereas if we have a positive leading coefficient here, we're going to open up. So basically we say positive opens up, and we already knew this from parabola, so we just extend this idea from parabolas, and we know that negative opens down. Okay, well, what about the odd powers? Well, odd powers follow the linear function. So if I have a negative coefficient here, what that means is it should go down this way. Okay, it's got a negative slope. Okay, if I have something like this, a positive, okay, so let's say y is equal to positive x minus 4, okay, I would have positive slope in that direction. Well, the same thing can be said about any odd powers. This is going to be a 5th degree polynomial, and basically it's going to trend in this direction. So it would start in the top left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know exactly what this looks like, but it's going to go in this direction, generally a negative trend like this. So essentially it has negative slope. Okay, so what we can then generalize for odd powers then, and not just for linear functions, but for all odd functions, so linear, cubic, 5th degree, 7th degree, 9th degree, we can say this. A positive leading coefficient essentially has positive slope. Okay, a negative leading coefficient has negative slope, so trends down like this. And this is an easy generalization we can make now because we're just really extending the idea that we had for our linear functions and slope and quadratic functions in opening up or down. So quadratic goes with even, the linear goes with the odds.